In this video, I will talk about how to search our new Summon database. And basically, the Summon database houses all of the library's materials, whether that be journal articles, newspaper articles, peer-reviewed articles, magazine content, our ebooks, as well as our print materials that are located in the library, so any books that we own, as well as AV content. So pretty much everything that the library has to offer, you can search on the Summon interface. So what I'm going to do now is just type in Alamance Community College into Google, and this is easy to do if you're trying to access our library page from home, and then just click on Alamance Community College. And from there, you see quick links. Click on that and click on Library under General. And from the library page, it's really easy to get to. It's under Find It All. It's just this one search box. It has basically like a Google type approach here with the one search box. So in today's example, I'm going to use fracking. And I'm just going to do a broad search at the moment, so I'm going to click Go. And again, this is searching all of the library's materials at one time. So I found over 193,000 results, which is quite a lot of information. And over here on the left, pretty much everything that you're going to pull up in a Summon search is going to be available in full text. So you can check that limiter if you want, but it really doesn't matter because generally everything is in full text. If you have an assignment where your instructor has asked you to locate journal articles, maybe something that's more scholarly and peer-reviewed, which has gone through that peer review process before it went into publication, then you could just simply click on the scholarly and peer-reviewed limiter, and that way you would only limit your search to articles from peer-reviewed academic journals. There's also just a peer review limiter if you want to click on that, and that will eliminate some scholarly journals which have not been peer reviewed. So there is a little bit of a distinction between these two. Also, if you're only looking for material that we own in the Alamance Community College Library, you can click on Library Catalog and Items at My Institution, and mainly what you'll do there is have results for books that we own, as well as any AV material that we own. Under content type, this is just the type of sources that you're going to find in any given search that you do. So there's newspaper articles. There's tons and tons and thousands of newspapers, both domestically and internationally, that are indexed in the Summon database. There are journal articles, as I've mentioned before, magazine articles, books, and a lot of ebook content. In our Summon search alone, there's around 250,000 ebooks available on our platform. And if you click on More, that's going to open up a list of all the types of sources that we found just by plugging in fracking. Okay, so let's say, for example, you want to look at magazine articles. So you could, check that, and it sort of makes the check mark a little bit bold. And maybe you want to look at journal articles, and maybe, let's see, some streaming video. We have lots of video resources available on the Summon platform as well. So I've clicked on 3 different types of sources, and if I go up here, up at the top, I can just click on Apply, and that will weed out the other sources that I did not want to see. Also bear in mind when you do a search on your topic and you've got your keywords in there and you're searching away, you want to make sure that you locate information that's no older than 5 years. This is particularly helpful if you're writing on a medical topic or a science topic or even a technology topic where there's new research developing, every day, every year, and processes and way, people do things differently. So you want to have the most current trends. Even for business information, you generally, want to look in the most current information. So there's a couple of ways that you can weed out old information. They give you 3 ways here. You can move the publication date slider to the right and get to the right year, or you can click on here and just plug in dates, and over here on the left, I usually like using these just for convenience. You can look in the last 12 months of material that's been published, 3 years, or even 5 years. And again, the general rule is don't locate information older than 5 years unless you're writing on a historical topic. So I'm going to click on 5 years. And so that's reduced my results to about around 7,600. And over here on the left, there are some more limiters. So you can locate articles or books or anything that has a focus in these discipline areas. Or you can look at subject terms. And subject terms are always basically like descriptors that are assigned to an article or to a book that kind of just gives you some information about what the main purpose or what the main focus is on that particular item. And there's also the language limiter here. Most everything in Summon is in English, but occasionally you may run into an article that's in another language. So you would, of course, want to filter English. Okay, so over here on the right, if you put in a topic of some nature, you may get a Wikipedia article. Again, this is not something you would want to cite for a paper, but it can be a good jumping off point to get some good information. There's also related topics that you can explore, and we have our operating hours on there as well, and additional information too from the library. So basically the middle column is your results list, and if you hover over it, it tells you if it's an online item and that sort of thing. But over here, let me scroll down a little bit because I want to take a look at a particular article. So fracking ban, and this gives you the author. They're all hyperlinked. But before I jump into that and look at the full text, this is a journal article. It does tell me what type of material it is. I'm going to look at the preview. And the preview, generally, it will give you a short synopsis or an abstract about what the article is about, or maybe what the book is about, or even the film clip. It would give you a little information there. And it tells you what database this is coming from, so it's ProQuest Central, and just some general what we call bibliographic information about that particular item. If you click on the full text online, that will take you right into the full text, although you do have to sign in with your credentials that you use for self-service or Moodle, and I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And this happens on or off campus, so you always have to know your credentials. And this takes me right into the article here. And if it's something that I wanted to use, I could go over here on the right and I could download the article. I could click on citation, print. I can even email the article to myself or save it. For the nature of this video, I'm going to click out of that at the moment because I want to just show you how Summon works. Over here on the right, there's some tools. There's the cite feature, and this really will be your best friend, particularly if you are planning to cite any information in your paper. So you would want to click on that, and there's a drop down, and there's quite a lot of different options here. But if you're in an English class, you would use the MLA citation, so you would click on that. Or if you were in a, let's say, a psychology class or a sociology class, you may use APA. Otherwise, your instructor may want you to use a different format. For history, you can use MLA or maybe Chicago, Turabian. It just really depends on what your instructor's preferences are, but these are your citation styles that you have to choose from. And there's also an email option, and this is really helpful because when you're doing a search and you've used a lot of different keywords, and you may not remember how to get back to that article that you saw, and it's just better to go ahead and email any articles to yourself as you come upon them, because like I said, sometimes it's very hard to replicate a search if you've done some complex searching. I'm doing a very easy search today, but sometimes I can have up to 5 to 10 words in a search, and that could be very tricky to get back to an article if I don't remember how I got there to begin with. So you can always email items to yourself in this format, and then just click on send. And in this database, you can send as many emails to yourself as you want to. You can email as many articles. Also, another nice feature about the Summon platform is that you can, when you're going through your list of results, if something looks fairly interesting but you don't have time to read the entire article, you can just click on the little folder, and it says save an item to a folder, and you can go through and select as many as you want, and you'll go up to the folder in the upper right hand corner and click on that, and you can send the citations to yourself if you want to do that, as well as links to the emails. But sometimes if you don't even want to bother with the citation, you can just email the articles to yourself. And again, it's just an easy way to send a bunch of possible sources for you to review later. And if you click on the back to search results, that just takes you right back to where we started. For more complex searching, you may want to click on the advanced search. And this gives you a little bit more control over how you want to conduct your search, because you can select content type here on the left, or if you're searching a topic in a particular discipline, then you can select the discipline if you like. Also, if you're just looking for scholarly, peer-reviewed material, you can check this limiter here. Or if you're only looking for library material that we physically own, like books and AV material on a particular topic, you can limit to items in the library catalog. One of my favorite features of the advanced search is you can exclude from your results list. Let's say you're working on a paper and your instructor says, okay, I want you to use magazines, you can use trade journals, you can use any type of sources apart from newspaper articles. And newspaper articles are very prevalent no matter what kind of topic you're searching on. So you can decide to exclude those here on the advanced search page. Also, book reviews can be very helpful. Occasionally, if you're doing historical research, you may get a lot of results. And unfortunately, they're book reviews and they're not very helpful, so you can check that as well. So just some options to consider when you're searching the Summon platform. But basically, in a nutshell, This is a great platform for you to go to start your research, particularly if you have a broad topic, but even if you have a narrow topic, that's okay too, because it's searching all of our research databases as well as our catalog that houses our material in print and the items located in our library. If you have any questions about this video or any questions about searching in general, please reach out to an ACC librarian. We're happy to help. Thank you.